And then so also I wanted to ask you, while we're on this subject, I think that there's two different ways of classifying expenditures for college, correct?
Yeah, well, there's the easy cost, which means the cost of education, the bill that the school gives you. But don't fool yourself. Nowadays, there's a lot of ancillary costs involved with that as well. There's a chance maybe that the student would be not living on campus, so that's not a bill you'll get from the school. There's book costs, there's food, there's gas. So there's a lot of costs that you really need to take a look at the whole picture. And most of the schools will actually give you the average cost for that as well, the total cost of attendance at a school.
Oh, okay. So they actually take into account some of those secondary costs.
Yeah. And there's something called a net price calculator, which, again, we can give you some information on, some good free ones out there that can give a parent or student a really good idea of what the actual cost, the real nuts and bolts cost would be, but also factoring in what you need to factor in: books, supplies, gas to get to school, living on campus or off campus, et cetera. So these are all factors you have to look at when you're trying to work out your numbers to figure out if you can afford a particular college. But there's help out there.
So that's a number that the school actually comes up with. That's sort of an average for all their students?
Yeah. So the school will calculate different things, cost of living maybe in that part of the country. Obviously, if a student's living in New York City, it's going to be a lot more expensive in some ways than if a student was living in the middle of the country. So all these factors are looked at to give parents and students a better idea of what the real cost would be.
Okay.